it is quite natural to have doubts. It is very natural. I think it happens to every single human being to doubt. I don't think anybody should actually worry about it at all. And the reason I say that is because it was something that was presented to the Prophet ﷺ in his time. You had some companions come to the Prophet and they said to the Prophet, "O Prophet of Allah, we have these thoughts that come to mind." And in fact, one of the companions, he said, "I would rather be reduced to charcoal than tell you what they are or bring them to my lips."
So a Sahabi was having...
This is what the companion was saying to the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet said in a hadith Muslim, he said, "Really, do you get those doubts?" And the man said, "Yes." The companion said, "Yes." And so the Prophet ﷺ responded by saying, "That is a sign of faith." Now, one could ask the question, how is that a sign of faith? It's a question really that seeks clarity. How is that a sign of faith? And the way that is a sign of faith is that that person or that individual loves faith and they want to protect it at all costs. So when these intrusive thoughts, they come, a person feels that angst and agitation. They feel like their most precious thing is under assault. And so instantaneously they get this feeling of dread and they want to protect it no matter what. So when the Prophet ﷺ is saying that is a sign of faith, well, that is a sign of faith because you felt that that thing that you loved the most has now been threatened in some way through those intrusive thoughts, which means that you have that faith there and you want to protect it no matter what. It would be a problem that if you got those intrusive thoughts and didn't feel anything at all. So the fact that you're feeling that feeling and you want to protect it and you want to guard it and you want to safekeep it, right? That is a feeling in and of itself of faith. So it's a sign of faith. So if you get those thoughts, you shouldn't really worry about it. Actually, what it is quite the opposite. It's indicative of the sign of faith itself, as the Prophet ﷺ said to that Sahabi. And look how the Prophet comforted him. He said, that's a sign of faith. He didn't tell him, that you should panic about it. He didn't tell him that you should be concerned about it. He didn't tell him that you should lose sleep over it. The Prophet actually said to him, it is a sign of faith. So he actually comforted him, saying, it's actually a positive thing that happens to everybody. It's a natural thing. It's going to pass, but it is nonetheless a sign of faith.
If you enjoyed this video and everything else that OnePath does and would like to see us produce more content, then please support us. Go to www.onepathnetwork.com. You can support us from as little as $1 a day. Much love and appreciation, and may Allah bless you all.